We got another Genesys RPG Realms of Terrinoth Adversary deck, the Denizens of Terrinoth. And this one is a bit more civilian or citizen, I guess, focused, whereas the other one was Foes of Terrinoth, was more about enemies. So we're going to start with the only 2 minion cards in this deck. That's sort of the one big strength that the other one had, was far more minions. We got some Deepwood Archers and Lorimore Marine, but keeping in line with the Realms of Terrinoth style, even these crappy little minion groups still have something kind of interesting about them. The Marines obviously do better fighting on boats. The Archers, they have a special ability which makes them good at archery. Not just they have the range skill as a group skill, but they have a special little thing. It's nice. Star Wars system definitely has its flaws that Genesys kind of has been rectifying. What else do we got that's more interesting? Here's probably one of my favorite additions. Dwarf Guilder. Apparently there's 10 guilds in the lore. I don't feel like reading all of them. I imagine they're all mentioned in the Terrinoth lore, if you care. But the point is, this person is just someone from a guild, and the way their abilities and skills are set up, whatever is relevant to them being a particular guild member, like a mining guild member or blacksmith or whatever else, they get help with whatever checks you deem relevant. So it's incredibly flexible. All of the fantasy equivalent of techie or utility non-combat people who can aid the players, all rolled into one card, basically. You could also use the special guilder abilities and just apply it to, I don't know, any profession and to any species. Take the elven archer or human character or whatever and just apply those special guilder abilities onto them if you want an elven blacksmith for whatever. So this is really neat. A lot of use here. I like this one. But, you know, of course, if you have the Realms of Terrinoth book, there's nothing new, I don't think, in here. Not all the adversaries are in the cards, and none of these are new. I'm almost positive none of them are new. So we have 2 pairs of rider and beast that they ride. Orc Outriders form a bond with the Gurak Toll, and the Leonx Rider form a bond with the predatory Leonx. Your players can run into them as animals, as part of their normal environment, walking through the woods, or alongside a rider, and, you know, if the rider gets knocked off the beast, well, then you still have the beast card to deal with that. So that's kind of neat. We got 2 different versions of that. Don't we have more orcs? I think we have more orcs. Here we go. We got an orc spirit speaker, sort of a shaman primal kind of character. Like all the magical characters, they can do whatever spell is legal with their particular skill, in this case the primal magic skill. And we also have all the magic skills represented in various forms. The Priest of Kelos is more of a divine kind of character. He prays to they pray to a fire god, but it's got sort of a holy fire bent to it. Like, you can use the fire to attack the players, or attack other NPCs if he's an ally, or heal the players if he's an ally. Not all the magic users, but a lot of them have both offensive and also more protective team buffing stuff to help the players, whether they're enemy or ally or whatever else, ready and raring to go. We got a No Minstrel representing the verse magic, and then the more arcane users, 2 different flavors, Wizard and a Storm Specialist. Storm Sorceress. It's kind of dumb that they have 5 different magic users and there's 5 different magic skills and all the magic skills are represented, but these 2 are both Arcana, and also one of them is Rune Magic. There isn't someone who's dedicated Rune Magic. You'd think that would be sort of intuitive. Find someone who's dedicated Rune Magic, have that be a representative, but anyway. The Greyhaven Wizard, he's a Rune Magic guy, doesn't have a rune on him. You can make a quest out of that. He literally doesn't have a rune. He lost his rune, it got stolen, please go find it for me. Aren't you a great big powerful wizard? Can't you do this yourself? Of course not, I have very important wizardy things to do. Shut up and get me my rune! We got 2 magical walking tree people. The weaker Scion and the stronger, more powerful Forest Guardian. I don't know if, like, one's the baby version of the other. That may be the case, I'm not actually sure. Read the book, I guess. But I do know that the Scion, the little ones, they often fight alongside elves, and also we can see from the picture that the Forest Guardians also apparently fight alongside elves, so maybe they're sort of a common ally artillery thing. Though rarely do the big ones actually leave the forest. The Scions, the smaller ones, are more likely to do so, but they have been known to go to battle with the Uthuk and Orcs. The Forest Guardians are, so it's possible. They do leave the forest to do battle, and we have a clear enemy, which the Uthuks were awesome. Battles between the 2, maybe your party Could choose which army to side with, the elves and the tree people, or maybe with the Uthuks, who knows? Rune golems are kind of neat. Obviously they're giant, four-armed rock people with big old swords, and they can definitely do some damage there. But more importantly, they are derived from a certain type of rune, different elemental runes, like lightning or fire or ice, and depending on which one, they might have a different special ability. So there's a little bit of variation there. Not huge, but a little bit. It's kind of nice. We have a sword poet who is a swordsman so great that there's not even enough room for lore on the back. It's just all mechanical combat stuff. It's insane. That's how good they are at stabbing you in the face. Finally got two more really powerful characters. A cat person leader character. He's got a big roar that is both a buff of allies and also a debuff of enemies. Hate to have him fighting against you. And a dwarven dragon hunter, which gets fire bombs. From what I know about dragons, that's not a very good idea. Where's the dragon card from the other thing? Oh, apparently the dragons are not resistant against fire. I'm dumb, but weren't the dragon hybrids resistant against fire? Yeah, they reduce damage taken from fire, but not the regular dragons? Am I dumb? Can I just not read it? Draconic heritage helps them resist fire, but being an actual freaking dragon does not. So I guess the dwarven dragon hunters are fine for having fire bombs to hunt whatever. Ironbound, which they're sort of golem-esque. They're constructed through magic by Narikal sorcerer people. I wish we had a Narikal sorcerer, because they're mentioned. I wish we would have that pairing. That'd be nice. Maybe I do, and they're just called by a different name, and I have no idea because I didn't read the lore. And we have a knight. They have a horse. They're good on horseback. They got a lance, sword. They're a knight. They're exactly what you would expect. Nothing else to say. Alright, that is it for today. Once again, it is the Denizens of Terrinoth Adversary deck. If you do like this and any other products I talk about, you can find it on my Amazon store. Stop singing. Go to my Amazon store and you could just click on the link and buy it through there, or buy something else after you click the link, and it just helps the channel out. It doesn't really help you at all. Honestly, you're getting a raw deal. It's not worth it for you at all. Just go to Amazon the normal way, unless this is slightly quicker, where you want to help the channel out. Anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling now. Bye bye.